Okay, welcome back. This is your hobo cook at the Firefly. And oh, don't forget to subscribe to my wonderful channel. You just hit that button down there. Okay, so we've let our dough rest for a little bit while our oven was heating up to 500 degrees. We want it pretty hot. We want that chamber pretty hot in there. So, voila! There's my dough. Yours should look something like that. So now remember, this is only the first. This is the first piece of bread we've made with our own sourdough starter. So our sourdough starter is still pretty immature, but we're going to give it a shot here, and you can see what happens, because we're going to start experimenting, and that's really important. And so what we want to do next is go ahead and get your razor blade out. You know, your real sharp razor blade. I use a floor scraper, and so we're gonna put some cuts in there. Just kind of really get some nice deep cuts in there. Don't be afraid. See there, it looks kind of messy, but you know, we're just learning. We are learning how to make sourdough bread, and we're not afraid. Because, you know, we'll make another loaf if this doesn't work out. Alright, well, I like to put a little bit of birdseed on mine. There we go. And here's a little bit of, put a little bit of salt on it. I use a little kosher salt there. There you go. Alright, so now I'm going to put this in the oven, and we're going to cook it for about, there's my timer. There we go. We want to put this dough, we want to put it in the oven. Let's check it at 12 minutes. So I'm going to set it to 12 minutes. There we go. So we're going to check it at 12 minutes, and then we'll look at it, and then we'll decide, you know, where we want to go from there. We might take it all the way up to 20 minutes. Who knows? And then what we want to do is eventually we want this the internal temperature of our bread to be about 205 degrees. So that's what we're going for, 205 approximately. And so let's throw it in there, and then we'll come back for another lesson when we take it out. Okay, here we go. Again, I'm going to put some steam in there, some water, and I got a cookie sheet in the bottom of my oven. Oh yeah, baby, that's what we're talking about. Okay, and just a little quick lesson on the side. This is the kind of yeast that you're probably used to. This is a baker's yeast. This is quick rising yeast. This is a different animal. This yeast eats sugar, and our sourdough, the wild yeast, eats lactic acid bacteria. This eats sugar, one eats bacteria. Completely different animal. That's why the sourdough has so much wonderful wild taste to it, and this is very predictable. And this is the kind of yeast that not everybody really likes it. Their tummies don't like this kind. But that's most of the bread in America is made with this. But most of the bread in the rest of the world is made with sourdough. Okay, that's it for today, or for this lesson. I'll be back in a little bit, because we got to get that loaf of bread out of there. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty sad, burned up mess. So 12 minutes, then we're going to recheck it. We want to get it to about 205. And so, you know, here we go. Okay, bye.